So I grew up on a farm. We really had the good life. We had money. We had everything we needed. And then when I went to high school, all of that changed when my parents got divorced. So my mother we got into the car, we drove away from the farm, we moved to another town away from my father, and that's where things started to really go south. We started to struggle financially up until a point where we didn't have enough food to eat on a daily basis. So a solution that my mother had was that we should move, or that we should go to our friends just an hour or two before lunch, and have a play with them, and then hopefully up until lunch, and they'll invite us to enjoy lunch with them, because we didn't have money for food. And this started anger to build up inside me, because on the farm we had everything, and now we had nothing. So I enjoyed playing rugby because it gave me an outlet for my anger. I could get into fights, and I could go to parties and drink and get drunk, because that was the status quo. We could do that, but things got worse, and I got involved in the wrong group of friends, and we started to experiment in the occultic world, and then after a few times and after a few months, I started to see demons. I started to see visions, have weird experiences, and I got really afraid, and I didn't know how it works. I didn't know what to do with all of this. But I started to have these experiences in class, and I started to this interfered with every aspect of my life, up until a point where I couldn't take it anymore. I started losing sleep. I couldn't function. I stopped eating, and then this Christian woman said to me, "But why don't you read the Bible? Because people get answers in the Bible." And I said, "Well, I tried all of the other stuff. Might as well read the Bible." So I got a Bible, started to read in Matthew, and then this dude, Jesus, walked around, and he healed people and he cast out demons. That was very interesting for me, and he said that he had the power to save people, and I didn't quite understand what that meant, but I just want to get rid of all of these experiences that I had. So after a few days, I had these experiences again, and I said, "Jesus, I don't know who you are, I don't know what you can do, but this is what I read in the Bible. Won't you please save me? Won't you please take this stuff away from me?" And then I fell asleep, and then the next morning when I woke up, I was completely delivered of all of this. I never ever in my life again saw any of this or had any of these experiences. And in my prayer, I said, "God, I'll make you a deal. If you save me, I'll devote my life to you." And that's exactly what happened. I devoted my life to him ever since. And I just thought that I would like to share a verse with you. Ephesians 2 verse 8 says, "For by grace you have been saved through faith, and that not of yourself, but it's a gift of God." And the word grace means unmerited faith. And looking at my situation, I did everything wrong. I didn't go to church. I did all of the wrong things, even the occultic stuff. But unmerited means you don't deserve it, and I knew I didn't deserve it. But it says here that it's a gift of God. It's not dependent on me. So that's a gift I really appreciate that God gave me. If you look in Scripture, when Jesus hung on the cross, he said that it is finished. It is done. It is completely finished. And when Jesus said that, he really meant that it is finished. We can't add anything to our salvation. We can't do anything to deserve our salvation, but that verse says, by grace you've been saved through faith. So we respond on this grace by our faith. So won't you come and join me today and believe with me in the finished work of Jesus?